Where's it saying speaker off, man?
Dude,
Hello?
so
Now what are you doing?
I'm watching Tigers win the Masters again.
Is he really there, or is he playing on a video game?
Now this is last year's
Ah.
win. I already know he wins. It's like I'm watching something I know what already happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Today.
jump up, yay, he won again! You're excited all over.
Yeah.
It's like Alzheimer's. All you need is one movie.
Molinari hits his shot in the water and Tiger wins. That's what happens. Such an easy little shot too. He only had a little pitch over the pond. He drops it right in the middle of the pond.
He, if you have Alzheimer's disease, then it would be a new one for you.
Yeah.
You'd be like, damn, Tiger won again. And that dumbass, man, what a shitty shot.
Yeah. That could be the problem with these old people that don't social distance. Maybe they fucking forgot already.
Yeah, they
That's
forgot everything.
Yeah. They keep forgetting. You got to keep reminding them.
Every time you show up, you're like, you got that $50 you owe me?
I got to remember that. Wow.
The world fucked up. How long can we go before businesses just go belly up? Like all the restaurants, all the fucking.
Wow, this guy like time-lapse recorded all his plants in his house. Like his house plants.
Right.
It was cool as hell, dude. It's like they all move around and shit with the sun, and it's fucking cool. It looks like they're alive. They're all moving, and are all moving in different places.
There's a picture of LA like a month ago and today, and there's like a blue sky with clouds today, no smog.
Yeah, is that real or did someone fake that?
I don't know.
That's probably photoshopped or something.
Think?
Yeah. Huh.
If it is real, it's a good reason for electric cars. Because if we're gonna have smog, it might as well be from a power plant.
The problem with electric cars here in Florida is when there's a hurricane, you can't leave. It's like you're screwed.
Why not?
Because you can only go so far on a charge. Then what do? You know? You gotta fucking, especially where I'm at, can't outrun the hurricane. Don't work down here.
Unless you have a hybrid.
You gotta get a spare car just for hurricanes.
A motorcycle.
Yeah.
Just to get out of there.
It's Easter today.
No, it's not. We're not having any more holidays either.
It is.
Because of the coronavirus.
Is that it?
If
We're going to celebrate Easter in November. We're going to postpone it. It's going to be...
Well, make an Easter egg with those little nubbies sticking out of it like the coronavirus.
November 4th, we'll make that Easter now instead.
Right?
Just so it doesn't miss out.
Make coronavirus Easter eggs that look like the coronavirus. They got little stick-on things that are sticking out all around it. I think I'm going to do that today.
There you go. Then you could hide it.
Just make one coronavirus egg and the rest normal.
See if it spreads.
And then when the kid finds the coronavirus one, then you send him to his room for a month.
Yeah.
up with new games.
I haven't got any benefit whatsoever from this. Like, people got to stay home and shit. I didn't get to stay home.
Well, I didn't get shit. I ain't gonna get shit either. They're not gonna give me any money. They're not gonna. I just gotta keep working. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
The United States government can kiss both of my nuts any day of the week. I got them out here on the table for them. They could come here and kiss them.
They got no... The people in the middle class always get screwed. Even in a coronavirus. Only the poor people are going to benefit.
They're gonna bail out the poor people and the rich people.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. The middle doesn't get shit. Like, I see people say, well, I work at a grocery store and we're just as vulnerable as doctors are to this coronavirus. I don't think that's necessarily the case. But I don't think they should give the doctors any special treatment. They already make a boatload of fucking cash. What the fuck, man? This is part of what they chose to do.
Yeah, this is why. This is why they make a lot of money.
Exactly.
Right.
That's bullshit.
Oh, I don't feel sorry for any of them.
They chose to deal with sick people. And this is all about sick people. What the fuck? I don't get it. Maybe they shouldn't have been. I'm willing to guess.
You ever see that video on the internet of that kid, like that jungle kid that builds that swimming pool?
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. He's like digging with a stick. He digs a big ass hole with a stick.
With the spoon.
He's fucking working, that dude.
You know why? Because there's not a goddamn thing to do where he's at.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the most excitement that he's had in his life.
He builds a little grotto in it too.
Yeah. He told his parents he was moving out, and that's how you do it there.
He builds like the aboriginish view of the Playboy Mansion.
I know. Then he hikes this water over there to fill it. Why didn't he build it by the water?
Yeah, it took him a long time to fill it.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I would have built a hose first.
It's a pretty high quality video too. It seems like a dude like this, where'd he get the camera for this? You think if he could have the camera, he could have afforded a shovel.
Or a hotel room.
He's like, he's got like a $2,000 camera and no shovel. It doesn't make sense.
He stole the camera from
He stole it from a tourist.
And the tourist didn't have a shovel.
He's got the internet to post it, but he can't buy a shovel. I'm not sure I get it. They are watching, like on ESPN, they're playing like video game basketball games.
I don't know, it's fucking...
Who's watching that? God, I guess I gotta do something with the time.
The world's going to fucking hell in a handbag, dude, real fast. Our government can't support all this shit. No government can.
Yeah.
Nobody will. People are going to start starving, and they're going to start running the streets in fucking chaos, dude. It's going to happen. I
don't know about that.
I'm surprised it hasn't already.
Most people are fat. They can't run in the streets.
I don't know, but...
This would be a good time for people to burn off all that fat they've been gaining.
If I had to stay home right now, I would have starved to death.
Yeah. Me too.
I would have. If I had to stay home, if they said, you have to stay home, I'd be out there running the streets killing somebody right now.
Wow. You could just steal it. You don't have to kill them.
Well, eventually you're going to get caught up in the shit, and I'm not going to jail for some stupid shit like they won't let me eat. So I'm going to start...
At least steal their toilet paper, if anything.
old enough now where it doesn't matter, you know.
You like take someone's toilet paper. I should make a fake YouTube video where I got mom out in the parking lot and she's holding toilet paper, and then I run up and I grab it and I steal it from her.
And push her down.
Yeah, I pretend like I'm pushing her, and then I'd like post that. It's all fake. It'll fucking go viral. You watch.
Might be in trouble for that.
For making a fake video?
Well, you might start a trend.
So what? I'll make the video. I steal the toilet paper from my own mom, and then she like starts crying and screaming, "Help!" And then it goes viral. It just goes to show how gullible people are. They'll all fall for it.
It's the beginning.
I'll get 1 million views, I'll bet.
Check this out.
I just gotta go find an old neighbor to talk into this, because I got them all around me.
How about if it's... I'm already stealing toilet paper because they don't sell it at the stores. So it's not going to be... And I went to the grocery store yesterday and there's nothing there. It's not going to be long before people are just stealing shit from everybody. It's going to go crazy.
Well, my wife found they were only giving one package out per person. So she snagged the pack, even though we had some left. But we were getting pretty low because we shipped it to our kids. We shipped toilet paper to our kids. FedEx. Who does that?
This whole thing is fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
I know it may not say this is helping people from catching a fucking common cold from someone else. It is cleaning up the environment a little bit.
Yeah, we should do this every year for 1 month.
Right.
It would like really help the environment.
We'll call it the purge.
Domestic violence is up.
Make it before they go nuts. And it's pretty close to right happening now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People are like, I don't even know why I married your dumb fucking ass.
Yeah. It's funny.
I can't stand to be around you.
It's funny how boring it is when you have to stay home. It's like, you probably would have stayed home anyway, but because you have to, it screws your whole psyche up.
It's not boring for me, dude. I'm having a blast. This is the first fucking day off I've had, and I can't even count.
Huh.
I slept all day, too.
I did, too.
Because all them days I have to work and work and work and work and work, get up and work, I would say to myself, man, if I could just get a day off, I'm going to do nothing but fucking lay around all day.
Yeah.
So
that's
all you fuckers out there chomping at the bit to do something, do some jumping jacks, you fat asses. And quit hoarding the toilet paper. Maybe if your ass wasn't so big, you wouldn't need 17 rolls a week.
Yeah, don't eat as much.
Right?
You won't need it. You
can tell the people that don't do a jack fucking thing are the ones that bought all this goddamn toilet paper. I guarantee it. Because that's the last thing I thought of was toilet paper. I'm thinking gas, stuff like that, how I'm going to get back to work and all that shit.
Me too.
Oh, the last thing I was thinking was how I'm going to wipe my ass from gorging on too much food all day.
I was thinking about food way before I thought about toilet paper.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's like, They were ahead of the game. They were like thinking.
They weren't ahead of the game. These are the same people that are dying from the coronavirus because they have a fucking weakened immune system from antibiotics they've been taking all their fucking life and all the fucking shit food they've been eating. They've created a sludge patch in their body that it's adhering to.
Well, you got to drink Metamucil every day. That's what I do.
Right?
Once a day.
For toilet paper.
You don't even really need it at that point.
Because you're dry. It just dries you out, huh?
It just comes right out. Oh, fuck.
Right.
There's no issue whatsoever. That shit works, man.
It'd be a good time to sell your stockpile of bidet adapters that go on your toilet.
What's that thing that you see our brothers making something on Instagram?
No. What you
He's,
should do is this.
it's like he's cooking with a torch or something. It's weird.
We'll use an adapter for your toilet. We'll call it the taint sprayer.
It's called a bidet.
I know, but we have to make up our own name.
Yeah.
The taint sprayer, in case you can't decide where you want to spray. Aim it at your taint.
It's like you never get up from it. You're like,
right?
You're like, damn.
Did you take a shower today? No, but I used the bidet.
You're stuck there. Can't decide when to get up.
I was going to take a shower. Instead, I squirted my asshole. I think I'm good now. They're like, you could retrofit your toilet with these bidet things now. You know, they've had them, but they're selling them like crazy.
Wow.
To myself, though, it's not quite the same experience as a real bidet.
Right. It's funny how they're so rare here, you know. It's like, it seems like it'd be a more common thing.
What, a bidet?
Yeah.
What's a rich people thing?
Well, it is here, but I think over in Europe it's more common. Like, everybody has one, probably.
Because they don't have toilet paper there.
Maybe.
And it's just a garden hose that's laying next to the toilet.
It's like a hose coming in from through the window.
See, the one that they show you on TV, they're like, you could hook this sphincter fucking sprayer. But what they're not showing is anyone using it. That's what they need to show. Not some piece of plexiglass with a fucking blue dot on it and show how it's, you know, because here's what you're not seeing.
Well, how are you going to show someone using it? You have to get like a balloon or something with something on it. Or I don't know what. There's no way to show it.
Gotta be more creative.
Yeah.
Here's the difference between real bidet and that thing. In warm water and cold water.
Yeah. It's got to be warm.
You're supposed to get in hard every time you use your bidet. Well, the Sphincter 2000 taint sprayer has a warming apparatus. What are you doing over there?
What's up, dude?
Hey, I thought I'd talk a little bit about the coronavirus.
You know what? Skype for Business is running in the background.
For business? What does that mean?
It's just a computer joke, kind of.
What?
It's just a computer thing. I don't know. A computer thing.
Well, I was going to say some stuff about the coronavirus.
Oh, okay. Wait.
We haven't had a
wait.
chance.
Wait, I had something better. Wait. I don't care about that.
Wait, what?
I don't care about that anymore.
You don't want to?
Oh, wait.
You still there?
Yeah, I was reading something. Hold on. I don't know why I wrote this down. It's like a gland on a loon, you know, that they've got to waterproof themselves.
This is what I was going to say about the stimulus thing.
You know what I'm saying?
What's that?
I said there's a gland on a loon, you know, that they use to waterproof themselves.
Oh, really?
For some reason I wrote that down. I don't know.
We should use that, make natural waterproofing for clothes.
Maybe that's why I wrote it down. I don't know.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start off with the stimulus shit from government.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are posting about that. They're all pissed off. They're wondering this, that, and the other. Well, somebody posted, I got all my bills paid and got their stimulus check, but they're on disability, you know, because apparently it's a lot easier because they have all their information and so forth, you know, they could just deposit in their account.
Yeah, well, mine just went right in my account.
Right. Well, check this out. I don't understand what the difficulty was. Did you have to actually apply for it?
No, the bank information that I used in 2018 was the information they counted, so it deposited it right in the account that was the depositing account in 2018.
Just automatically?
Yeah, just one day came home, was right there. It's like nothing.
That's very cool. That's why I don't understand why people are having such a hard time getting stimulus, you know?
Well, it has to do with a lot of issues, like sometimes if a tax person did it or something, or I don't even know how it all works. I just know people have got it deposited in wrong accounts.
Well, what they should do is they should give everybody food stamps, free housing, and free medical. Because isn't that what the people who don't work get?
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of people not working, so I'd be grateful.
Normally,
any work anybody can get right now, so they got to be grateful.
I know. Normally, what happens is
I'm losing mine.
You have to apply for food stamps and public aid and so forth, and it's based on how much money you're making at the time and you know whatnot. Mm-hmm. So, due to the fact that everyone's not working, they should just start sending us all food stamps because we shouldn't have to apply because they know we're not working. It's their fault we're not.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. I think there's
sending people money.
I think the one of the biggest problems is going to be that people are going to make so much off unemployment that it's going to be less likely they're going to want to work. You know what I'm saying? Because of the amount they're paying them. So it's like almost better not to work.
Well, I think here's what's really going to happen. There's not going to be jobs because a lot of businesses are going to go under, and there's nothing going to be available. You know what I mean?
Well, I think once people can start going back to what they're normally used to doing, they're just going to go somewhere else. That's all. So it's just people are still going to go out, and then they're going to need to hire people because people still want to be waited on. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be a matter of time before or it'll just be somewhere else or called something else, but it might not be that same business.
What this is going to do, if a bunch of businesses go under, okay, it's going to drive down the price of labor because there's going to be a surplus of employees.
Well, yeah.
When the shit comes back. You know what I mean?
Right. We were pretty much on top of our game just a few months ago. It was so weird. So weird. How quick it changed.
What's that?
I said we were just so on top of our game just a few months ago. It was just like everything was perfect. And
right.
Yeah, it was almost like abundance. It was like even better than good. So it's kind of weird to have a halt that quickly.
They're pushing towards some kind of a vaccine because vaccines, you can't sue someone for a vaccine that makes you sick or kills you. You can't sue the firm.
Well, I don't even know. I mean, you can't even be 100% sure that you can even make one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not a 100% thing. It's like, what's if our bodies don't develop the antibodies against this, like normal diseases we get.
Isn't it? Supposedly they already have the vaccine. I heard so many different stories, but let's just say this.
Wow.
Say they already had the vaccine, okay? And this one dude said they're gonna come out and act like heroes. Like they came up with the vaccine and saved everybody, and everyone's gonna want to get the vaccine.
Well, anybody who finds it is going
here's
to be
the thing.
like rewarded, I think, like with prizes or who knows what. It's going to be a big reward type thing.
It's already existed. There's
I don't
already
believe
a
that.
vaccine that was approved in 2019 in November for the coronavirus. It took, I think they started the application in 2016 or 14 or something, and it took that long to get it approved. It takes years.
None of this
So
is true.
there's no fucking way they came up with the vaccine this fast and have it approved. Because Johnson & Johnson says they already came up with some, and they're praising themselves for it. Well, if that's true, may not be. That seems awful quick to come up with a vaccine that's, the FDA is going to approve and let them use. That takes years.
You know what? I keep having this idea in my head that my computer's going to crash. It's like, it's getting ready to, it's like on its last leg. It could be any minute. Oh, God.
That's nuts. What if that's the case?
Okay.
What if they want us all to get this vaccine?
Yeah, I'm wondering about the vaccine. Yeah. I mean, the whole world to take it. It's like kind of scary to be getting the confidence that something doesn't go wrong and that everybody in the world croaks.
Right.
It'd be like wiping everybody out.
I think it's all about a vaccine for one.
Yeah.
I think
That's why I think I'm going to wait further down on the list of taking the vaccine.
I think these governments are making these fucking viruses even stronger, and they have been for years. They just that no one's known about it.
Wow, do you think everything's a conspiracy theory of some sort?
Well, think about this. Now, H1N1 was this huge deal, right?
Wait.
Then, now we're at H1N5. This thing's like mutated to the fifth.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to me like they're on top of it. Your next flu shot is for that, and blah, 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 and no one ever even thought twice about any danger or anything to catching the flu. Maybe not enough people were getting the flu shot because they didn't believe in it. So now they got to make these sicknesses.
Have you ever got one?
Nope. They make these sicknesses seem a lot worse now so that you go get one. Ever think of that?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, check this out. The pharmaceutical industry can't push a regular thing all the time, It's like people like me that never get medicine, right?
Yeah,
They have to find
there's this. You ever see these memes, on Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
There's this meme that I ran across, and I don't know if this is true. So, it says like, if you look at your product and you look at the UPC code,
Mm-hmm.
if it's
about China?
Yeah, if it's like 690, 691, or 92, then it's made in China.
Right.
Yeah.
It's made in China, probably.
I wonder if that's true, though. I mean, they must know that's true, and they must have fixed that problem by now.
Everything's made in China, and who gives a shit? Think about it like this. You know how polluted our country was back when we were making all that shit? Now it's a lot cleaner. We're getting the shit cheaper, right?
Yeah.
Now our people aren't doing those stupid factory jobs anymore. They had to get a little bit educated and get into the tech world or whatever, or sales or something that's, other than actually making the product.
Yeah.
So it's not like jobs were lost. They just changed face.
Huh.
And we don't have all the pollution. So
you're saying we should just buy the stuff that's made over there?
Yeah, because if we didn't, here's what would happen. We'd end up sending these motherfuckers money anyway because they'd be going broke all the time. We might as well make them do some work.
Wow.
Right?
That's harsh. That's probably true, though. Yeah, that is probably true.
It is,
God.
because they could get it a lot cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
It's making the shipping industry boom because there's a lot more shipping. There's a lot of things that is good. Well,
I think they're going to see a
they're
lot more
choking themselves
people.
out over there.
Look, they're going to see a lot
Trying to
more
build-
people can work from home soon, and places like office space is going to be like up for grabs. You know what I'm saying? Because if people can't go back and work in offices, then what's all that space going to be for? It's going to be empty.
I know. Real estate's gonna tank like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
It already is here. Right?
What are you doing?
I'm finishing eating.
All right.
I think that this one doctor, I saw this thing, I should send it to you if I didn't already. He was talking about the fact that these viruses they're not even airborne 6 feet away or 13 feet. That's bullshit, he said. And he also said, what the hell?
Wait, how many feet away do you got to be?
I don't know. But he said there was a bunch of medications that he was mentioning that weren't even effective. And the way that they're categorizing the coronavirus, just for everything, every death is now the coronavirus. And he goes, and the numbers don't even stack up to it. They're making them up because it's not even that deadly. I should send you the link to this guy. A lot of the shit he said made sense. He said that the respirators, the ventilators, or whatever the fuck, that's worse for you than not having.
Yeah, that's the last thing they're doing to me. I don't think I could. There's no way.
So then he's talking about
that's gonna hurt.
This is what he said. He's a doctor. He said doctors should step up and they're afraid of losing their jobs or whatever, but they know that this isn't right. He said any doctor that agrees with the shit that's going on is a part of the scam. He said, and they're going to give you a fucking vaccine with a chip in it. He goes, and that's why they're trying to separate you.
I don't think they're gonna. How are they gonna do that? That's impossible. A chip to do what?
I don't know, but he said.
Now I know this whole video that you saw is fake.
He said that the reason they want you to stay 6 feet away from everyone is because right now they could do surveillance on you. Okay? And the problem is when you're in a group of people, they can't tell how many people are what and who, and doing what. So they want to keep a distance so they can keep track of you a lot closer. This is what he's a conspiracy theory guy that's a doctor.
Yeah, well, so you could be a quack. There's plenty of quack doctors. So, you're right though. It's like, it's just, well, I think what you're looking at it is that, we're like vulnerable now, a little bit more than we were before, to like our government like overthrowing us or something. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't. I mean, I agree with it.
He said all vaccines are bullshit. They don't even
vulnerable.
work. You know that? He said all vaccines are bullshit, not just the ones they're trying to come up with.
No, I don't believe that. It can't be true.
Well,
no, because people got polio. Yeah, those
vaccine.
people all got sick and then they
that
didn't.
was all fucked up.
Yeah. And all of a sudden they gave them all the vaccine and nobody got it.
He said, I'll send you the link. You listen to what he said.
You sent it to me, all right.
What do you think?
It seems like they should have had more masks.
Well,
I don't understand that.
they're saying Bill Gates owns the coronavirus. He bought the patent. You know that?
That's crazy. What website do you see this stuff on?
What?
What website do you see this stuff on?
Well, I hear about it.
You hear about it on the street?
Then ask for my bright idea for community service.
Who knows, man? I'm just throwing the shit out there. I know this shit's gotta be fake, man. Some people say that you already had the coronavirus and you didn't even know it.
Right.
It was listed as the common cold in the Encyclopedia of Medicine in 1984. The coronavirus, common cold. Now, of course, it's mutated since then, but has our government been mutating all these things like the flu and shit just so that we keep getting sick from it? Otherwise, you know, there'd be no need to go to the doctor if all these vaccines worked.
I don't know. I think they work. I do. I think they do.
Well, I know one thing. I quit taking antibiotics, and I don't get sick anymore.
Yeah.
And I used to get sick a couple times a year, and was taking antibiotics. Now, I could walk in a room with sick people and not get sick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think those antibiotics made me weak.
I haven't had one since I was 22.
Yeah. I
30
haven't
years.
had any antibiotics
Me neither.
since I was, at 17.
Oh, mine was
16.
22. So 30 years. I had 30 years of no antibiotics.
I think I might have had an antibiotic when I had an operation because they pushed that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want an infection? Well, what am I doing? You know, what kind of antibiotic are you giving me?
in case they leave like a rag inside you or something.
Can it narrow it down?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I think they sew it up inside you.
I don't believe it even fucking works. I think it's all a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
I think it makes you more sick.
Right.
It makes you susceptible to catching the flu.
Right.
Because why? If I don't take it.
Well, here's when I stopped taking them. When someone told me once that like it doesn't help for a cold or a flu, and that's mostly the time I got sick. Then I thought, what's the point of me even taking it then? It doesn't make any sense.
Right. But the thing is, when I quit taking it, I would get sick a couple times a year every winter. Then it got down to after a few years just once a year. Then now never.
Yeah, me too.
Now I can go by people I'm never even sick.
Right.
So dude, those things made you weak.
Yeah. Well, why
Antibiotics.
I don't get sick either. And you know what's funny? My wife can get sick and I can live with her and I don't even catch it.
Does she get antibiotics every time she's sick?
No, she doesn't. But she recently got sick, which is funny because it was in like January, and she works at FedEx. So I was thinking, man, she probably had this already. It's already.
I think people already.
Yeah, because it was in January. It's possible working at FedEx, you could have. Who knows what you could have touched.
If you have a respiratory issue that's bad and you get the H1N1, which now is the baby of the H1N flus, it's the H1N5 now. If you get H1N1, it could kill you, right? Now, it's killing people every year that have compromised, cardiovascular issues and whatnot. And all they're doing is classifying these same deaths that happen every year only as the coronavirus now. And this shit was happening every year. And you may even have had the coronavirus, but you didn't know what they called it.
I'm sure there's some statistical percentage they build in there that's like you're saying. What do you think? They're not smart enough to figure out that some of this stuff could be something else? I mean, so there must be some kind of statistical thing they put in there that figures out what percentage of those people would be that, or would be undetermined cases. I think the only ones they're counting are the ones the people that they've tested. That's the ones that we've got confirmed.
Yeah, but say they do have the coronavirus. This doctor said they couldn't even tell by the test. But anyway, even if say they had the coronavirus, but and
you know what? I think they have to stick that thing. So one of the tests they gotta stick all the way in your nose or something.
Right.
I don't want them doing that to me. I mean, that looks painful.
Say they.
I don't think I want a stick stuck up there.
Right. Say the same people.
I want the
that
test where they just rub your tongue with something.
Right.
If there's one.
I don't know what it's all about, but say last year the people who died of the flu, all those people, and they were weak in immune systems and whatnot, because otherwise you would kick the flu. You know what I mean? You don't even think nothing of it.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't think it has anything to do with the flu shot either. But anyway, so all these people died this year. Say there is no coronavirus, but it was the same flu that killed everyone last year that had this, a weakened immune system or a cardiovascular issue.
Right.
So they never came on the news and said, a lot of people are dying from the flu, and you got to stay quarantined. But they pinned a new name on it, and you don't know shit from boo if this is the same flu that killed everyone last year as what's killing people this year. You don't know. And I don't even think they fucking know. But they just put a name on it and say, everyone stay away from each other. It's lethal. Look, people are dying. These same fucking people died. Think about this.
Well, then why did so many people die in Italy then? They didn't have that many people die of the flu in Italy last year.
Check this out. Well, check this out. Wait.
Why would all those people die?
I don't know, but I'll come up with a theory for that.
No, you won't.
Check this out.
That's just impossible.
Look at how all the doctors and nurses are acting overwhelmed by this coronavirus, right?
Yeah, they're not acting, I don't think.
Okay, wait. Now, they're saying we're overwhelmed, we're working extra hours, there's nowhere to put bodies. Bullshit. Last year, more people died of the flu. Why wasn't this on the news that you were overwhelmed and there was nowhere to put bodies, and let's not burden the system, the medical system, with your sickness. They're already busy enough. Why didn't that shit happen last year with the flu alone?
Huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now all of a sudden they're wearing masks and all this other bullshit because they're in on it, man. They're in on it. They want you to get this fucking vaccine because they make money off the fucking medicine, dude. And these pharmaceutical companies are orchestrating this whole fucking thing and telling these doctors that they better fucking follow suit with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you fix the flu, say the flu shot works, okay? So we fixed the flu. So I never got one. I still don't get the flu, but I'm not worried about it. If I had a problem, maybe I would get one.
Yeah, if I was at risk for something, I might.
Yeah. Okay. So if these flu shots work and you're at risk for one, and everyone's taking the flu shot, how come people are still dying of the flu every year in record numbers? And two, what else was I going to say about that? It's because they don't fucking work, dude. It's just a sham. You know what I mean? It's a sham. Here's why. Because you would think I would get the fucking flu then every year because I don't get the shot for sure because I'm touching doorknobs and
Me too. I never got it. I never got it once.
Yeah, because the whole thing's a fucking sham, dude.
Well, here's what I was thinking. Here, because how many times do you think? Because some people think they got the flu, but they actually had a cold. I'm gonna be honest with people. When you have the flu, it's like something totally different. And I've only had it like twice in my life. And I remember one time I had it. It's like it felt like it almost killed you. You know what I'm saying? It was terrible. Oh. It was terrible.
I'll tell you the one I had. It was
So let's say 2 times in your life you get the flu. Maybe some people get it 3, 4, 5, but probably not more than that, realistically. And but how many times does your body have the ability to like build a system around to keep track of that? I think every time you get a flu shot every year, your body's having to create a whole system of function now around a new disease it's never going to get.
Well, you ever notice?
You see what I'm saying? Do you understand where I'm going with this? It's like, so how many times do you think your body has? So if you're doing it year after year after year, your body's making all these immunities to flus they never got. It's like it's starting to build up into this huge thing in you of immunities, and the chance that you're going to get any one of those things is like absolutely remote.
Well, listen to this one, though.
It's ridiculous.
Okay? I totally agree with that. I had something to say about that. What did you start out with?
I don't know. I was telling you what it was. It was about. What was my point? My point was about getting the flu a couple times, and that I only had the immunity for that 2 times.
I've had the flu real bad once, the worst one.
Yeah.
And I couldn't kick it, and I had a real bad cough. And sometimes you'll get the flu, and your whole body aches.
Oh,
and
that's how
feel
you
it
know,
coming,
right? You can't
and
even
you're like,
move.
oh, God, I'm going to be sick. But then you'll get the flu that lasts 1 day or 2 days. They
Well,
call
that
it
might just be
24
a
hours.
cold. That might be a different whole virus.
That's the weak flu that, there's different kind of flus.
Yeah,
That's
of
the weak
course.
version. That's probably the first flu, but they've mutated it so many times that it's gotten worse. Now check this out though. Say that one bad flu I had lasted a couple weeks, 3 weeks, and I just couldn't kick it.
Yeah.
And that could have been coronavirus. But you know what I mean? But I'm
Yeah, but how
strong
would it
enough.
have reached you? See, there's these chains of events that have to occur for something to reach you. So the odds that one of those viruses reaches you is remote because they're from the middle of a jungle somewhere that they get picked up, and there's tons of them sitting out there that we haven't even discovered yet.
Well, maybe it was the H1N1 that I had that time, a real bad strain of the flu, but I was able to kick it because I was healthy.
Right.
But I
right.
felt like shit. And
Yeah.
some flus are like, oh man, that wasn't bad at all, a couple days. It's because there's all different kinds. That's all they're doing right now. They're making this whole fucking thing up. I swear to God they are. And you know how I kicked it? Believe it or not, and it never worked again. This dude at work, this Mexican goes, you need 3 shots of tequila. Boom, it'll go away. I'm like, I'm going to try it. So I went after work. I didn't feel like drinking. I was sick. I drank 3 shots and a couple beers, and it kicked that fucker. And I couldn't believe it. And then I've tried that again, though, and now that it doesn't work, that taking 3 shots of tequila. It only worked out one time.
Well, maybe you were already better, but who knows? Yeah, it's hard to say.
Well, I mean, like the next time I got a flu, I thought, I'm going to take 3 shots of tequila. It'll be gone. It didn't work the next time. Maybe I had a certain flu that this dude... Wait, he was an old man that was a Mexican dude, and he's telling me drink 3 shots of tequila. Maybe he saw me at work every day. He knew my symptoms were, and maybe he knew something about it.
Dude, something just scared me.
Bit.
I heard a weird noise in my ear.
maybe only that strain of
I mean, I'm in an old people's place mostly. I mean, a lot of people here are old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, it's like, I don't know who's been in this place before me. It could be, if this place has been here for how long? Maybe it's been here for 30, 40 years, you know? I don't know.
Been El Chapo.
No, there could have been people in here.
Well, then they're doing this shit. They're saying
just croak in here. So I could have ghosts in my place.
Check it out.
That's what I'm saying.
They'll show an old couple that's like in their 80s, and they'll say, one of them died, they both died of coronavirus.
Oh, you're still on the coronavirus.
But wait, check this out. You know how many people, old couples like that, die real close to each other because they get heartbroken?
Did you hear about that dude who, like, what happened to him? Oh, yeah, he was a commander. He was like a captain on a aircraft carrier.
Yep.
And then he got fired. And then the dude who fired him got fired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes you wonder if maybe our military went over there, they purposely gave him the coronavirus to bring back.
Wow.
Because it seemed like an awful lot of them dudes had the coronavirus.
I don't think so.
What I mean?
I just think it's funny, that's all. I just think the whole story's funny.
I think the whole thing's a fluke, dude, to be honest with you. How many of them military guys died from the coronavirus? Because like 600 caught it, or something like that. Several hundred caught it.
Yeah, they're saying like in Germany or something. Was it Germany? Where they traced it all the way back to the first person who caught it, you know? Brian says it's easy, though. That's an easy thing to figure out. And, or compared to...
Why did Italy get it? Okay, let's think about that.
No, I was talking about, like, they traced it back to the first person that transmitted it to Germany.
Right.
It was like a dude who passed another dude the salt.
That did what?
He, like, passed another guy the salt. That was You know, like he's like, hey, can I use the salt? And then and he that's what they claim.
And then he spiked the salt on purpose to pass around this virus, biological warfare. What they need to do is see if the guy who passed the salt had any link to any pharmaceutical industry.
Well, no, he was a businessman from Wuhan. It happened to be in Germany.
Yeah.
So.
And what does he do for a living?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you want me to research that? This is a story I heard.
Yeah. See if that guy's linked to any type of pharmaceutical industry or government.
Well, he wasn't the first person to transmit it, but just the one who brought it to a place. And it's funny, they can trace it back to like the first people that got it, you know what I'm saying? And then, but how to trace...
They fabricated it.
Well, how to find out where it goes from there, though, is the tricky part, you know? It's like, that's like investigative work. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Supposedly, that one doctor said that Anthony, whatever the hell his name is, he helped illegally fund them to mutate that coronavirus by crossing it with SARS and HIV.
That's not true. None of that's true.
Well, I'm telling you what this dude said.
I told you, none of that's true. That's ridiculous.
You don't think so?
No, because the whole world would have to be in on this kind of shit. There's no way it could. I mean, there's like scientific, what do you call it? Review.
Or something.
Well, I don't know.
Remember you said that when the polar caps melt, there's going to be diseases? Maybe that's where it's coming from.
Yeah. Oh, that I said that there's diseases hidden under there and stuff that have like a whole life cycle we don't know about. All these diseases.
If you think about it like this, okay? The top 10 killers, it's not even in there, the coronavirus. Or cardiovascular issues is one of them. Diabetes is one. Mm-hmm. Suicide is one. Accidental death is one. Heart disease is up on the top
that's
2.
The worst one, accidental death. I hate that one.
So listen, you're not allowed to go to Walmart and get 6 feet away from someone because
it's never a good story.
Coronavirus, okay? But listen to this.
Yeah.
You have to stay 6 feet away, be cautious and everything, do your part. But actually, when you go to the grocery store, the top 4 killers in the world could happen to you before you die of the coronavirus. 1, accidental death is number 4. A light fixture could fall from the ceiling and hit you in the head and kill you. The chances are way better that that's going to happen than you're going to die of the coronavirus, statistically. Heart disease is number 1. There's a number of things in the grocery store that are a contributor to heart disease. Diabetes, number of things in that grocery store that are a contributor to diabetes. So when they're saying, suicide's one of them on the top 10.
Suicide, yeah, that's a fun one.
And when you look at your paycheck, you kill yourself. There's another working at. So there's like 5, 6 ways to die. Way better chance of dying statistically at the grocery store than the coronavirus.
Yeah.
So we should all be wearing hard hats, right?
Yeah, and think of how much money we spent on this compared to all those other things you talked about, like how much does the government spend on suicide prevention, for example. I mean, that figure is probably in the millions. It's not even a lot of money, probably. And it's like, but on this, we could easily spend $2.5 trillion, which is more money than we spent on anything ever. And it was something that didn't even really do a lot of damage at this point.
That's what I'm saying. So if heart disease is number 1, it kills millions of people. Okay, 15 million people a year or whatever die from heart disease.
Yeah.
And all, the ho-hos and all the shit in the store is causing heart disease, but they don't say shit about it when you go in the grocery store. They don't warn you about it the way they're warning you to stay 6 feet away from people. They should warn you about the fat.
At the cupcakes, there should be a little sign there that says.
Yeah. And diabetes is one of them. So diabetes, there's so many things with sugar in that store that, or overeating, being overweight causes diabetes. That's something that kills you. Not even a mention of it in the store. Oh, warning! Stay away from that aisle. You're a little too fat, or whatever. Or
a little scale.
right. And then the accidental
in
death,
front of the
you
junk
have a
food
better
aisle.
chance of dying accidentally. So there's no warnings. Like, you got to wear a hard hat. Something could fall from the ceiling. Your chances of dying from that are way greater than dying from the coronavirus. Or a shelf could tip over.
I always
or
thought
whatever.
it'd be safer to just always wear a hard hat, you know? Because I always think, like, I'm sitting in my couch and, like, what's if a meteor just comes down through my roof and just hits me in the head? That could happen.
Okay, let me see.
Dude?
I'm there. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What are the top 10 killers?
Did you hear me about the meteor?
Oh, it won't let me go online. Yeah,
The
I
meteor?
heard you about that.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what the other deaths were. One was suicide. Okay, so suicide.
I'm going to look up meteors, how many kill you a year.
You could kill yourself from being fat because you're embarrassed. Suicide, you have a better chance. There were like 5 or 6 things in the grocery store that could kill you that, I can't remember what the other ones were. Suicide, diabetes, suicide, cardiovascular issues, cigarettes. So you're buying cigarettes at the grocery
Oh,
store.
tonight, if you're, wait, are you going to be up at midnight?
Cancer. Oh, yeah, cancer was one of them, too. Cancer and cardiovascular, like, disease from smoking. So they sell cigarettes at the grocery store, and they sell a bunch of shit that cause cancer at the grocery store. In fact,
Are you going to be awake at midnight?
Yeah, if Johnson & Johnson is coming up with the vaccine for this, but they killed a bunch of people with talcum powder.
Look,
and
there's going to
now
be a
all of a
meteor
sudden-
shower, is what I'm saying. So if you go out, is it the sky real clear, or you're in the city though, right?
Yeah, it's always clear.
But are you in the city?
Kind of by the city. I can see real good where I'm at. But listen to this.
Right.
So cancer, for instance, right? Now, how many things you think cause cancer in the grocery store? Almost the top 10 killers were all in the grocery store. It was unbelievable when I read the list. And I was thinking, that's crazy. So if Johnson & Johnson comes up with the vaccine, but they had no problem with killing people with talcum powder, and someone's supposed to
listen to this.
Johnson,
Hey, listen real quick.
Yeah.
It's 1 and 1.6. Wait, it's 1 and 100. Wait, 1 and 1,600,000.
Is what?
If a meteor asteroid would hit you.
Well, check this out.
Compared to 1 in 90 in a car accident. It says 1 in 90? Doesn't that suck? Like, if you can run across 90 people in a day, one of you guys is going to die in a car accident.
You know how Johnson
That's fucked up, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was another one. That's accidental too.
1 in 60,000 will get killed by a tornado.
So, if you know that lawsuit that was against them with the baby powder having asbestos in it, and they said they may
1 in 8 million to get killed by a shark attack.
They may have known that there was asbestos in this powder.
Mm-hmm.
Here, imagine this.
Guess how many for a fire?
I don't know.
Come on, I gave you all those hints in the middle. Try to pick something you think of fire.
1 in 60,000.
1 in 250.
Damn.
Yeah.
See? There's way better chance of dying of other stuff. Imagine if
1 in 250. I'm looking at National Geographic too online. This
when you get rid of asbestos from
legit.
a building, it's really expensive, okay? Because the disposal of it has to be treated just a certain way. What if Johnson & Johnson was getting paid to pick up, to take in all this asbestos because it's big money. It's a huge money industry. And they were just grinding it up and using it as filler in their baby powder, and that's how they were getting rid of it instead of having to go through the proper procedure. Like if you had nuclear waste, I'm sure there's a way they have to get it's expensive.
That's
so
ridiculous.
They're taking asbestos
They're grinding it up, and they're just putting a little bit of it in the baby powder, and that's how they're getting rid of it, because they're making tons
Look,
of that
in
shit.
our high school, dude, all those ceiling tiles in those classes were asbestos.
Okay, but
And
check
we
this
sat
out,
in there
right?
for 4 years. I mean, who knows what that could have been doing to us? We could have been breathing we're basically breathing who knows what, right?
They figured we'll put this in the baby powder, then we don't have to properly dispose of it, and they're getting paid tons of money. Because it says they may have known.
You're way better off homeschooling. Just homeschool your kids and keep them out of that whole system.
How do you accidentally
There's something wrong with it.
baby powder, dude, right?
Right.
Don't you think it's a little?
You might as well
controlled?
homeschool kids now. It's like,
Huh?
I mean, what we spend on all that bullshit, it's like it's time to just homeschool them all. They're going to find out this is a lot easier and cheaper.
Right, and they might get a real education that's not fucking clouded by our
Yeah.
government's agenda.
I know. The poor cat and dog, though, because all the bullies will have to, kick the cat and the dog around. So it's going to be some angry
Really cool.
dogs.
It'd be so cool if that happened. You know why? Because I'm gonna make T-shirts that say something to the effect of how spoiled teachers were, and now they realize now that they have to really work.
Okay, wait a second. He put a lifetime. Oh, that's the lifetime odds of dying from a local meteorite.
You have a better chance at dying. All the statistics are wrong. What they do is they capitalize on the fact that there's so many millions and billions of stupid people. Because think about this.
My job, they make me wear a mask if I'm around a customer.
If I wasn't a
So
Democrat,
I got to wear a mask all day.
check this out. If I was a Democrat, I wouldn't say a word about Trump because they lost to Trump. So you're more stupid than he is, and he is a moron. So you're talking about I'd be embarrassed. I'd keep my mouth shut all the way until someone wins again that's a Democrat, or at least until Trump's out of office. But when you sit there and you dish him, you're thinking, well, your choice was far worse than him. Woo, that's fucked up.
Right.
Here's another thing. Oh shit, I just remembered. Isn't it amazing though? Here's how many things are falling in place. This is the first year that millennials outnumber the baby boomers in the voting.
Yeah.
Population. And now, so they can't push it over anymore. The fucking propaganda bullshit like they did to them baby boomers all this time.
Right. And it seems like a lot more of those up and coming, what do you call them? Millennials and shit. It seems like a lot more of them vote. You know what I'm saying? It's yeah.
They don't want fucking bullshit.
Right. That's going to be a huge voting block soon.
I told my who was older than the guy, I said, look, we didn't have to do this yourself. We would
I
have
can't hear you. Are you working?
Yeah, I just got back.
All right, I'll let you go then, man.
Computers and internet like the millennials did when we were younger, we would have stopped this shit a long time ago with the government. We would have had information. But back then, we didn't have jack shit for information.
Yeah.
So
it's amazing now, everything you can find and learn. I wanted to learn how to do something simple. It doesn't matter what it is, you can just go find out how to do it. It's like, that's why I said that's why school is obsolete, you know?
They know that these millennials would vote for Bernie Sanders before they'd vote for Trump. Mm-hmm. And that's why this shit's happening. Isn't it funny how they stifled the election and they're trying to change all kinds of shit?
Yeah.
Bullshit is what it is. They finally these old fart faggot butter churning bastard government that we've had is finally getting over because it's not gonna fly, dude. It's not. People are pissed.
Yeah, she gets entrenched though. It's hard. You don't know how it's gonna go.
Right? If what?
I said you don't know how it's gonna go because people get entrenched. You know, it's like.
Oh yeah.
It's
well, they're still capitalizing on all these old farts.
Yeah.
And you know what? The millennials who are wearing masks, they're wearing masks because they're smart. There's a lot of diseases out there, and they probably should have been wearing masks.
Right. Yeah. In Japan, they've been wearing them since all the way back when they got the other disease.
They're banking on all those people. Every one of these people who goes to professional wrestling matches and watches that shit, they're all wearing masks because they're all that gullible. I call it the professional wrestling group. They believe that shit's real.
I gotta wear a mask, dude. What do you want me to do?
What did you think Trump was going to do when he got in office? Do things for the common person? Fuck no. He's a business tycoon.
All right, I'll talk to you.
All right, bye.